Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Anjamoji here live for our Fireline live, and I don't have Andy up just yet because he went to use the restroom, and so yeah, that's why I didn't want to have like a blank. We have two screens, but a blank person in a sense. I mean, I could, but I don't know. But anyways, big shout outs to everybody here that's here live, and a big shout out to everybody that's watching on the replay. We appreciate you today. You saw the thumbnail. We are going to talk about Mandalorian season 2, and of course the trailer, the official trailer that just dropped the other day, and of course our thoughts, and then of course just talking about what I talk about, just us friends hanging out and chit chatting about life, music, film, wrestling, all of the above. Big shout outs really quickly for my Patreon shout outs. Number one, we got Helen Callie, Patreon shout out. Thank you, girl. And speaking of Helen Callie, she's in the house. She says, "What's up to everybody right there? The cuteness. I haven't seen her in a minute, man. I miss seeing you, girl. What you been doing? You got to shoot me a text or a Facebook or on Instagram. You got to shoot me something, man. It's been a minute. Hope all is well with you." She said, "Hope everyone is doing amazing. I am doing fantastic. Hope you're doing fantastic as well." So yes, guys, you guys can also, if you guys want to leave a question. So Helen Callie, if you haven't done it yet, one thing I'm trying to do with all my shows now is really make it. I've always tried to make it this way, but really pressing it now. This is an interactive show, man. That's why I want to do it live, so we can have the live audience, ring in live questions. It could be any topic, as long as it's respectful, and we'll answer it for you, as well as what we're talking about, our own topics and our own what we want to talk about. Like I said, we talk about everything. So she says, "I'm good, thanks." She gives a little love there. Boom. We got Helen and Mr. He's back from the motherland, and Andrew Block, and of course they're saying hi to each other there, and I'll bring them back up in a second. So yes, so shout out to Helen Callie, my first Patreon, and then we have Paranormal Underworld, aka Jax. He's my second Patreon. Then we have Through the Veil, aka Nicole, Patreon. We have Michael Simcoe, Through the Mind, that I train him and his family at my martial arts school. So big Patreon shout out there. And then we have Mr. Team Ranger. He's also a Patreon shout out as well. Give him a Patreon shout out there. And of course, Elias Family 1983. I want to say not 87, 83. Mr. Elijah himself, a big shout out to him as well. Now, after I got out the Patreon shout outs, now we're trying to make it 10 today. We're trying to make it 10 today. I think I tried to make it a 10 last week. Hopefully we can make it 10 today. Hoover's going to be coming in today. That will be awesome. And so, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my partner in crime, my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andy Block is here. How are you, sir?
Good. How's everybody doing?
I'm great. Can you hear me okay?
I can. You're crackling a little bit.
Okay, well, it's better than zero. It's better than zero because we were wondering what was going on. At the beginning of the pre-show, me and Andy were talking, and I told him I'll say a quick story. So we'll take this way back, and we're gonna take it way back to when we went to Galaxy's Edge. I will say that my good friend Mr. Andy Black, now I already was there before with my sister. So I already went to Galaxy's Edge, I think once or twice before I went with Andy and his lovely wife. Am I allowed to say her name on the live? Is she okay with that? So Miss Carrie Block was able to go with his lovely wife Carrie, him and Andy, her and Andy, and so we went there. And we had a great time. I think he enjoyed himself. We saw a lot of cool things. And of course, me being a collectible that I am, like picking up collectibles, we're all mean, and I think he collects too, but he stopped collecting because he has no other place. And it's so crazy because
he has no room for things.
Yeah, he has a bigger house than me, and somehow I'm able to fit. Well, I don't know how I do it, but no, it's nothing to you. I'm just saying I don't know how I do it. I just pack. I guess I pack.
For me, it was when I came back from the Navy and I had to live with my folks again. I realized that collecting was probably not a smart thing for me anymore.
Right.
I kind of shut off that part of my brain for the most part. There are still things where I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I want that. But it's not like I got to have everything. So,
Right. No, and and the problem that I'm having right now, and sorry we're detouring off the story a little bit. The reason why I'm having trouble is when I get hooked on a show, or if there's something that I'm trying to get from the past, that if I would have bought some of this stuff 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been so expensive that it is now.
Yeah.
So it's like, so now I'm trying to get all the new stuff before 10 years from now it gets way expensive. So I'm getting that, and then at the same time I'm trying to get the stuff that's so hard to get, because like, for example, like there's this one item that I want, like, I can't hear Andy very well. Yeah, turn up the volume just a little bit for yourself, Andy, if you want to.
I'm on my iPad. My iPad has
okay.
no
Okay, well, I will say, no, you're good. You're good. Helen, I actually keep it, Andy, because for me, it works good for me right now, because the other way it's really boggering. Helen, turn it up as high as you can on your end, because in my headphones, man, Andy is loud as can be, but without the action.
We had problems when I was using my my earbuds that have the mic in them.
Yeah.
Apparently the mic in them was kind of broke, and we were getting some white noise, and I don't have a proper headset to use with my thing, and I don't have a webcam for my computer. If I had a webcam for my computer, I actually have a really good microphone.
There you go. I know. We got to get into that. I got to get me some of those. But hey, I think we're okay, because she just said that she's listening to a Bluetooth, so it could be because of the Bluetooth. So with, again, continuing the story. So I just bought this. I was gonna buy this item that's usually like $15 or $20, and if I don't get this one now, most likely the next time I try to buy it, which I'm already looking to see when the next one is, it's like $150. And it went from 20 to 150. I'm like, oh man. So you see what I'm saying? So it's tough sometimes. So with that being said, me and Andy were over here grabbing, and we did buy something. We bought the episode 4. Well, actually, it's been in more than episode 4. I think it was in episode 4. It showed it 7. I know it was in the shot for some other one, but they really showed it within those 2 episodes, I think, as a gameplay. Episode 4 and episode 7, which was what was the game called again, sir?
The Dejaric chess, the holographic chess.
The holographic chess, yes. And he said it was the Dejaric. Is that how you pronounce it? Dejaric, yes. That's why I didn't want to say that, because I would have jacked that name up already from the beginning. And I already know y'all be getting on me with certain things, so I just want to make sure I said that right. And when I say y'all, I'm not meaning Andy. I know he gives me the graciousness, but I'm talking about y'all, the fans in the inside over there. Y'all be getting crazy if I mispronounce stuff. But anyways, so we bought that, okay? But as we were buying that, Andy looks over and says, "Hey, next time when you come, man, can you just pick me up this, and I will give you the money, yada yada yada, whatever." I'm like, whatever, just whatever. What do you want? And so he showed me, and it was this Sabacc game for Han Solo, and it was a bigger set. It was a bigger set, and I was like, okay, yeah, definitely. We come back, or when I come back, I'll do that for you for sure. And long and behold, COVID-19 happened, and where it shut down the world. COVID-19 was like the Mike Tyson of its 90s, where COVID bit America's ear off, both earlobes off, and we bled to death, and we're still bleeding. So yeah, I'm kidding, man. No, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to where we could reopen.
Okay.
So we're okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm just teasing. Me and the theatrics and the dramatics. So with that being said, I was at Target. This is the part that Andy does not know about. So I'm at Target, and I'm checking on the Funko Pops, and I'm checking on the Fast and Furious cars, because apparently those 2 Target does carry those 2 items, and trying to get those items before I grab other stuff, right? So I'm going through the Star Wars section now. They have a Mandalorian season 2 black black you know, what's it called, the black sword or the dark saber, the
Oh,
dark saber.
Saber. Yeah.
Yeah, and hold on, I gotta say hello to my online wife, Miss Kaylin Scope. How are you doing? It's good to see you. And she said hello to everyone, and she's been working hard. Big shout out to her. And Kaylin Scope, I'm gonna ask you right now, when you gonna be a patron? It's only $2 a month. It's less than 17 cents a day. Come on. It's
As a
not.
wife, it's your wifely duty.
It's your wifely duty, Kaylin Scope. I'm gonna type that. Hey, can you type that in really quickly? Can you type that in? Andy put, it's your wifely duty, online wifely duty, Kaylin, to, you know, whatever you want to do in your words. Yes. Kaylin Scope, I'm gonna drop the link right now. I'm gonna drop it right now for you. So that way you can do that. Patreon. There you go. Bam. I'm just going to get the link. Oh, man. Hold it right there, guys. Hold it right there.
You're going to get a divorce after this.
Yeah, you're right. But, hey, it's okay. It's worth it. Hey, you don't get it until you ask. You don't get it until you ask. Okay, so really quickly. So if you, Kaylin Scope, if you click that link, that's going to take you to my Patreon. And then you can become one. And that'd be awesome to be a part of the Fireline ENT family. It'd be awesome to have you there. All right. So with that being said, like I said, now I'm in the store. I'm in the Star Wars section, and I was gonna buy me it, but I was like, nah, there probably might be a little bit better toy, if you will, or collectible, if you will, of the dark saber. It looked a little too toyish. Even the other ones, other lightsabers I got looked a little bit more realistic than this one. So I was like, nah. But it was fun. I had like 2 Target people be like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing." The Target guys that work there, they're like, "We've been playing with this all week." I was like, "Yeah, man, it's the dark saber, baby. It's beautiful." I will say, as I was looking for this, or I saw this item, I saw another item which I thought was really cool, Andy, which was a lightsaber. And then the lightsaber, this had a kyber crystal that you could actually insert in, red for red and blue with blue. So you can insert it, and then you could turn on, and it could actually turn on the light that you did. And it is from Galaxy's Edge. So they're doing a very small version.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how the ones at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. So it's the very cheap toy version of it. But I thought it's pretty cool because now the kids,
$400 to make one.
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of cool because the kids now can enjoy that for themselves a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see. We have. Hold on. We got. I'm gonna put that up there. Of course, Kaylin put "Drop My Love" fire. Of course, you drop that love. It's your wifely duty to be a Patreon. Yes. And of course, she's like, "What? What?" She said, "Hold on, was great, haha." Of course, she's laughing her butt off. I sent the leak. And then I don't click now after a week or a month. Okay. Well, just get in there. I don't care when you do it. Just do it, sweetie. Just do it, love you. Come on. Come on. Just make it happen. Do it for Baby Yoda. Do it for Baby Yoda, aka the child. For everybody in the dang stream to be like, it's not Baby Yoda. It's not Baby Yoda. It's Baby Yoda for right now. For everybody in the world, it's just nice to say it. It looks like Baby Yoda until we get it. But yes, it's the child. So do it for the child, man. Do it for the child, Miss Kaylin. Do it for our Baby Yoda. Our Baby Yoda. There you go. Expired account. Well, get a new one, love. Get a new one. Get a new one. I know you ain't running around Dubai with no money. You got to have money in Dubai. You ain't going to survive. Anyways, isn't that the land of the Bugattis and the Lamborghinis and the $1 million cars over there in Dubai? I saw Fast and Furious. They have all the hot cars in that damn place right there. I'm just saying, man. You go to Dubai and Fast and Furious 7. Oh my Lord, they got all kinds of goodness, man. They got all kinds of goodness.
You and the Fast and the Furious. Yeah.
Hey man, we're going to space, but let's stick to one topic because I'm going to go back and forth. So, anyways, I saw this thing and I said, you know what? I gotta have this, but I didn't say it was for Andy. I said it was for me. I was like, yeah, this, I gotta have this. It's only this much money. Oh, it's cheap. I'll go grab it. Got me some also baby some baby Yoda or what do you call it? Mandalorian deck of cards they had there for a couple bucks. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll pick that up. So as I'm walking out of Target, I had something in my spirit that said, hey, Alan, you need to give this away. I said, what? He said, you got to give this away. I said, no, I don't. I said, no, I don't. And he's like, yes, you do. And I go, why? He goes, because Andy. I go, what do you mean, Andy? I said, oh, Andy. That's right. He wanted he wanted something like this, but it's a smaller version. I said, it's only this price. I can go back and pick me up another one another time. So I go, nah, I'll just come back another day and I'll pick one up for Andy. So I did. The other day, I just go, you know what? I was already Target. I was like, you know what? Don't forget about Andy. We'll pick one up. So I got two. I got one for me and one for Andy. So I wasn't going to give mine up, but I went to go buy Andy's. So Andy, here it is, everybody. It's the Sabak game playing card. So now he can play Sabak with his friends or whatever. He can maybe do an unboxing if he wants and play the game. So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Should I say the price? I mean, I should say the price. It don't matter how much I spend on it, man. Whether it be $1 or $50 million, it's the price. It's the thought that counts, right?
Exactly.
It's thought that counts. So it was only $5.99. $5.99. $5.99. So $5.99. Probably $6.27 with tax is probably where we at. And so yes, worth a buy for my friend. To see a smile on his face is always worth the goodness. Peer pressure. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Rubbing it in. That's what I'm telling. Weak. I don't know what that meant. But I'm not that dude. I hope you're not a dude. Yeah, because you was yeah, we won't leave that alone. But yeah. All right. Well, guys, that way me and Andy will keep chit-chatting. Before we get to actually the trailer, if you didn't know, we're going to do the Mandalorian season 2 trailer today. I think that's the biggest news. I do want to just show the banner, or not banner, but I want to show, they actually the Fireline logo had popped up a lot in here, which I thought was really cool. I'm gonna go pop that in real quick. And so as you can see, Ahsoka got some Fireline ENT action going on. The Mandalorian got some Fireline ENT. Look at my girl Gina Carano. I forgot her name in the season, but yeah, she got some Fireline logo. And my man IG-11 got some Fireline action as well. They got the merch, guys. They got the merch. I wonder, Andy, if I can make me a beanie like that for like the Ahsoka ear with the Fireline logo. That would sell like hotcakes, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I'd wear one. Shoot.
I know you'd wear one.
You would wear one too. Don't act like you wouldn't wear yourself. Actually, you're not an Ahsoka fan. Are you a Ahsoka fan? You're not. Oh, so yeah, you done go.
I am the black sheep of the Clone Wars, and people give me a lot of hate for it because I'm not a big fan of Ahsoka. I don't care for her. Everybody railroads me about it too.
Is it the?
I've never cared for her. It just.
Is it your least favorite character? And if it isn't, okay, now I'm gonna put. Now I think I just answered the question. But if you had to put between Jar Jar Binks and Ahsoka, who would you pick on your team? And who do you like better?
Well, I take Ahsoka any day of the week. She's not a bad character. It's just she's just not one that that does it for me. I'm just
Okay.
like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Now
it's the same thing with like Jyn Erso in Rogue One. I didn't find her all that particularly compelling.
Yeah. No, I understand. Now I know there's theories have been out. People have been talking about it. It's for years that let me ask you this first question before I go to that question, and that is, do you think that Jar Jar Binks can handle his own against Ahsoka?
No.
Are you sure? Because the critics say that Jar Jar is the Dark Lord of the Sith. I know we saw we saw we saw at the end of episode 9, we saw Palpatine and of course but I don't think that was really. I think when he shredded off to the existence, I think he teleported himself, and that's really truly still Jar Jar Binks. I think he truly is. When we get to 10, 11, 12, it's going to happen where we see Jar Jar take his rightful place on the throne and becomes the Dark Lord, if you want to call it that. The master, if you will.
If that happens, I will actually disown Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah. Because that is disheartening. That is taking a stupid character and saying, in an effort to try and make him more popular, just say, oh yeah, he's been the bad guy the entire time, and trying to make him cool. And it's like, no, dude, that's nonsense.
Yeah. Guys, I have not breaking news, but I want to share something with you guys. It's really, really cool. I'm just going to let them know that. I don't know what happened to Andy, but there he is. Let me see. About to give you a shout out. So yeah, really quickly, my friend, Mr. Lenny, I almost gonna say Lenny Kravitz again, man. He always laughs at me when I say that. Let me just make sure I get hit. Lenny Snyder, making sure, because I always call him just Lenny, never call him Mr. Snyder, if you will. Zack Snyder right now. Lenny Snyder, anyways, he has a new show, a new podcast, man. He just sent me the not the link, but he texted me the video, the picture, and I wanted to show this with you guys really quickly. So it looks like he has a new 23 Ventures production. I'm going to show that off real quick right there. Looks pretty cool. I like that. And then his show, what he's doing with his buddy, is Five Deuces Podcast 3 with Lenny and I think it's Jason or Tegan. I'm not quite sure, so I apologize if I said the name wrong, but I will show the artwork, and I thought it's really cool. And there you go. So, yeah, guys, I love to promote all my family and friends that are working hard. There he goes, 5 Deuce and 3. There he is. Lenny Snyder got on. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is right there. And hey, I'll give you, hey, Lenny, do me a favor. Do you want to come up and do a quick plug? Lenny, do you want to come up and do a quick plug? I'll send you a link to get up here. I'll see you backstage. Just throw a quick plug. Love you too, brother. See how happy it makes people, man, when you just do this, man. You just help, man. You just help. Because we all trying to get somewhere, man. We all trying to make it happen. Lenny, like I said, man, I'll put you up right now, brother. Just you could just do a quick in and out, 1-2 minute. Of course. All right, let me send you. I'm gonna go to your Facebook real quick, brother. Your Facebook, and then send you the link there because Andy, if you would like to tell them the story why we doing it through Facebook now, that'd be fantastic.
I don't know the story why.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know why? Oh man. Well, shoot.
Probably you have too many other people clicking on it and trying to get in.
Oh no. No, that's not even close. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll tell you the guys' story in just a second. Let's do this here. Boom. I'll tell you what, while he's doing that, because I already seen the trailer, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show the clip really quickly, guys, from Mandalorian. You guys enjoy yourselves. I'm going to get Lenny up here, and then we'll have some thoughts from Andy. We'll watch it again, and then we can talk over it a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, if you have not seen the trailer yet for Mandalorian Season 2, we're about to check it out right now. And let's make sure we take off this really quickly so you don't have to leave that at the bottom. So you can see we're going to go here. And ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, enjoy yourselves.
Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
This you must determine. The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
You know this is no place for a child. Wherever I go, he goes. So I've heard. This is the way.
Yeah. Keynote Check. That is who I always go through to showcase the trailers all the time. They seem pretty decent, not copywriting as of yet. Haven't got one just yet. But Andy Block, what did you think? Lenny Snyder already sent the link on Facebook. So whenever you want to come up, come on up. Andy looks bored. Well, let's get our thoughts. Because, hey, I saw some WWE action in there. Miss Sasha Banks made her official debut in that dark cloak right there. I don't know. I heard that she might be playing Sabine Wren.
Sabine Wren.
Sabine Wren. So I heard she's supposed to be playing that character. Yeah, I don't know. Andy, what do you think?
I think it looks cool. I dug season 1. I was really into it.
There you go.
Looks cool.
There you go. Is there anything you're wanting to see in season 2 that maybe we didn't get a chance to see in season 1, or do you want them to go bigger, smaller, keep the same where they're at?
I think they're fine right where they're at.
Okay.
I don't think they need to try and go bigger or expound or really too much on anything. Just
okay.
Not really play it safe, but don't take too many chances and make it too extraordinary. That's what Lucas did with the prequels, and it became too much. People didn't like it. Too far from the paths. And it's kind of what happened with 7, 8, 9 too. So just don't. Little baby steps. Yeah. And we're going to come back to more of that too, because that's right. We haven't talked about this. I don't even know if you read it or even heard it, because there was multiple. Let me rephrase that. There were tons of people that did the news on it and showed the clip.
and I didn't want to download the clip because it was a lot longer than what I could do, and I don't want to jack it up. But Daisy Ridley said it herself on something, and we'll share with that in a second what that is. But Lenny's backstage. Lenny is backstage, and Lenny, ladies and gentlemen, my man is here.
What up, y'all? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is an impromptu. Lenny was not expecting to come up here, and I wanted to bring him up because he just texted me something. And like I said, man, this is how I want to be when I'm at that Dwayne The Rock Johnson status. I want to be able to stop and always help my friends, man. I want to help my friends, and he has a lot of fire, and he wants to do well in his entertainment world of stuff. And so I brought him on the show to talk about his new podcast he's doing. And because I know I'm going to be on there somewhere. I already know, because he mentioned it to me many times. And so, Lenny, go without further ado, man. Tell them what's going on with your new show.
Oh, thank you for having me. First of all, Andy, what's up? I know we've had a brief little introduction before. So
Yes, indeed.
what's up? And Alan, man, I appreciate you letting me be on your show, having this form. Basically, a little bit about the show. It's 5 Deuce 3. You got it wrong, Alan. You got it wrong.
I got it wrong. That's okay. Well, let me give you front and center. I'm going to put you front and center. So hold up a second. I'm going to put you front and center. I'm going to put you front and center. Hold on a second. I'm going to put you front and center. And we're going to hold on. That's me front and center. What happened here? Hold on. Let's see if I can do it like this. It won't let me do it. It won't let me do it. Dang it. I thought I could do it.
It's okay. It's okay. I like that view because I can see you.
Wait, no, that's the one right there. That's the one I need. This is the one I need. Here it is. Hold on.
There it is.
Do your talking, my guy. Let's go.
So first of all, again, thank you for letting me be on your show. And I'm going to give you a little bit of hint about a podcast. I'm doing it with my boy, Jason Stevens, who goes by Jay Steves. That's my boy. A little bit about 5 Deuce 3, Viente Tres Productions. Viente Tres is 23 in Spanish, for those that you know. Espanol, and Mexican Heritage Month. Speaking of, perfect. It's a perfect entendre, right?
Right.
Right. So basically, the idea of our show, 23, as you know, Alan, is my favorite number. That's our birthday. Basically, our show is 23 minutes long. Each show, whether we get in and get out. It's just really quick. It's sports, politics, you name it. It's all the above, and we got some good celebrities coming on. I can't say just yet, but look out on the 23rd. A great day to put it out there. And
so let me say this. So you're saying that I can take it right now from listening to you that the number 23 is going to take a big part. 23 minutes. Maybe on the 23rd day of every month is what you're saying?
That's a good idea. I like that. But we have a lot to discuss. Like weekly, it will be a weekly thing, whether it be Monday. It's going to be it's going to be fresh.
There you go.
There's all kinds of podcasts out there, but we're going to get a little bit different feel. So that's
okay.
what it's all about.
Now I have to be praying for you because you said the word politics. That's like a voodoo word, and it could be either real hate.
Four-letter word.
Yeah, it could be real hate or real love. So I'm gonna be praying for you, man, because I want you to be all right.
No, hey. We need to. I think at this time in our country, we have to discuss everything that's going on. We have to talk about social injustices, just everything, that's been going on. I've been, like I just talked to my host, Jason, there's just a lot of things that's troubling me, bothering me, and it's good to get it out. What I'm saying?
Yeah, and you'd be surprised, whether it be good or bad, you'd be surprised whoever you have on your show, depending on which side they play on or what they discuss. If people have an open mind and they discuss not just their feelings, but then they can obviously put in common sense. There's the word, common sense. You'd be surprised what we can change and believe. You know what I mean?
Right, and it's not the political thing on if you're Republican or a Democrat. It's nothing about that. I like to discuss things that we like to discuss things that most people don't like to talk about. Most people like to sweep under the table, like police injustices, like police brutality, like all that. For people to turn a blind eye to injustice is beyond me. So we get into all of that, and it's not going back and forth like forget you because you're a Democrat or forget you because you're a Republican. Let's have this forum to discuss. Maybe I can understand why you choose to be a Trump supporter, because I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a registered Democrat, but I have voted for Republicans in the past. So I will need your prayer, Alan. I will need your prayer.
Yes, sir.
To discuss topics like this, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, because it is a very, especially coming up within the next few months. It's coming to the wire, and there's a lot of things that's happening right now. So, but hey, you're more than welcome to stay on the show and hang out and chat, or if you want to be down there, come up for the second hour with me and Tony, because Tony will be up a little later, Spataro, and we can have some fun and chit chat. Up to you. It's good to see you, man. How you been? You doing all right, though?
Likewise, I'm blessed, man. I'm happy. Dodgers are winning right now, so everything is going good, man. Everything's great right now.
So you've been doing some praying. That's what you've been doing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I've been doing some praying, but like before I go, I appreciate again you let me be on your forum, and you're coming on our show, man. You're coming on our show, both you guys.
You heard it. Oh, there you go, me and Andy. There you go.
Both you guys, and maybe I'll have another better background.
No, man, that fits you. You know why that fits you? Because you are fitting for the 70s. You remind me of the 70s, and ain't nothing wrong with that. 70s was a good time.
Insulted you.
No,
yeah.
Oh man,
some bow chicka bow wow. Like is this?
Yeah, that means you getting it heavily. Oh, by the way,
I'm a married man, so I don't know where the heavily come from.
Oh, the heavenly means you're married. So let me say this really quickly. How was your anniversary or birthday gathering? How was that?
Anniversary was great. My wife and I have been married for 11 years now. Thank you. A true blessing, man, when you can find somebody that's in your corner, that has your best interests at heart, and she's a great mother. So overall, I love her, and cheers to many more. Cheers to many more, brother.
There you go. And Lenny, I know we talked about it before I let you go. We are going to do 1 to 2 dating shows, you and I, because remember, you're the host. I'm the. If you guys don't know this, but we're doing a dating show, and he's the host. We don't know what we're calling it yet, but I'm the game player. And of course, we're going to have. I think we'll have like 2 or 3 shows, and we're going to have at least 5 models per show, and then it all boils down to the last 3. So each one, I'll pick 1 for each show. And at the last show, I have 3 that I get to choose from. And but see, look, my online wife right now, Lenny, my online wife, I really said that, says, watch, wow, that's amazing. She's ready to play.
Wow.
She's from Dubai. She's from Dubai, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So she must be one of those good Dubai girls, huh? You got a little fatty, little. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, now you ain't. That's okay. Listen, and I know my man Dave just said people don't have common sense anymore. Facts, 100%. Yep. And yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna switch us back over here. But if you want to stay on, up to you. If you don't want, it's all good, man. I'm just gonna switch this up back to the Tracy mode.
Okay. Once again, thank you. I appreciate it, Alan, and we'll talk later, brother. We'll talk. Thank you for letting me be, Andy. Thank you guys for letting me be on your show. It's that synergy we talked about. We need to keep this going because I want to help you guys out in any way I can do, and I know you are doing the same, and we're brothers. So
yeah. Hey, before you leave, Letty, read that line right there. She wrote that. She said, "No, there I'm not a Arabian girl."
Okay, touche. Yeah, okay. That's good. I like that. I like that.
All right. Hey, do you want to let them know where they can find you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube? Tell them
Yes.
where they can find you.
So as of now, we're gonna push Facebook. We're gonna push YouTube. We're gonna push IG. We're gonna, until we can get into a studio, until we can get, in a place where, we're in the same place together. As of now, it's gonna be, via Facebook Live, Zooms, until we get the website. So it's all coming together. It's all work in progress. But be on the lookout for 5 Deuce 3. Me and Jason, Jay Steve, 5 Deuce 3, and we got our. Let me leak a little bit of information. I got one of the guests going to be on the show who's on the Tonight Show. That's all I can say.
There you go. Cool. I'm excited.
All right.
I'm excited. So we'll keep you posted. Send me you saw me. You sent me a text. We start talking. That's how we work, man. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Call me.
Yes, I will. God bless, brother.
All right, brother Andy. Peace out. I love you guys. Peace.
What's up, man?
Yes, man. Got some good stuff, man. That's awesome. Andy, will you I saw you were taking notes. I don't know if you was writing down thoughts. I don't know. I never seen you bring out a pad and paper and start writing. I'm like, oh, this is getting deep. What's he talking about?
No, I was taking some notes for something else.
Okay, yeah. So I know we were talking about Star Wars. I know talking about Mandalorian, the season 2 trailer, which we're gonna get back into a second. I like to watch that again and just over talk about it and see some things. But I would love to talk about really quickly the Daisy Ridley thing, and that was she was on a podcast or a platform like this where she's streaming on a show with Josh Gad, and Josh Gad asked her some questions, and she basically was saying, she didn't know at all what was anything going on. And it wasn't just that she didn't know what was going on. She didn't know who was what. She didn't even know really about part of her character. It was going one way in 7, then it was going to go a different way in 8, and then it totally changed back differently in 9, and then same thing with almost all the characters. And of course, Obi-Wan was supposed to be at the beginning maybe her dad or grandfather, whatever you want to call it, that lineage there. And then of course got changed to something else. Then it went to something else. Then it went to Palpatine being the last one. And of course, now we can all say the same thing with Lucasfilm or with George, that, he didn't have, the I am your father thing. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, you're under a rock. If you have not seen the 4, 5, and 6 OG Star Wars. So I apologize for that. So I am your father. Darth Vader says that. I heard that he didn't reveal that until the day of shooting or the day they're filming that scene. That's when he released that. He was basically going to have Luke and Leia be a thing, but he changed it last minute and made it brother and sister, which that's why they had the awkward kiss scene in episode 1. And you're like, what the heck is going on? Was it 1 or 2? I think it's 2. I'm sorry. It was Empire Strikes Back. That's when they did the kiss there. So he didn't even know at that time. So there's a lot of things that that Lucas even didn't know. But the difference between, I'm sure Andy you can agree with, is that they did from point A to point Z. Like he knew where the beginning was and he knew where the end was, and that was the key stuff. And that was the issue with 7, 8, 9, which again, I am a flag holder for 7, 8, 9. I still like the trilogy. I enjoy it. Is the best in the series. I don't know. I still love the OG. I still enjoy certain things. And so, Jason, I see you. I looks like I got a second throw on. I definitely be for a loop. So we're going to bring him on in a second. I'm going to finish my thought and bring him back. But this is obviously Lenny's partner in crime, kind of like me and you, Andy. It's his partner in crime, and I like to bring him up as well. But again, finishing my thoughts is that yes, if 7, 8, 9 would have had a point A to point Z, it's okay. They could have changed a couple things up here and there because that happens, but they didn't. And I think that's what ultimately destroyed them. Yeah,
that's what happened in Marvel. I mean, when they released Iron Man in 2008, they didn't actually have a plan for A to Z. They didn't have Endgame already mapped out. They were just like, all right, we're going to do an Iron Man movie.
Yep.
We're going to throw this little bit at the end and see what happens.
All right.
And that was it. And then after that took off, they're like, okay, we're going to do a Hulk movie.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to throw a little bit at the end, see what happens.
All right.
Because if you look at the mid-credit scene of Hulk, it doesn't seem to have anything to do. It's just Tony Stark saying we're putting a team together.
Right.
That's it. And then it started gaining traction. And then that's when they decided, okay, we need to sit down, and now we need to plan out this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do we want to go with this?
Right.
And then that's when they started planning it out. And even though they planned it all out, if you look at the entirety of the MCU, the timeline and everything, there's inconsistencies everywhere.
Right.
You can poke holes in that piece of paper all day long.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think the reason what saved them is they had an opportunity because they had such a long opportunity That's
not the point I'm trying to make.
No, I got you. Yeah. Oh, where'd he go? James, come on back. If you're on the show watching still, come back up. I was just finishing my thoughts. Lenny, bring your friend back. I'm gonna text Lenny and tell him to come. Tell his friend to come back. Oh man. So here we go. Yeah. Lenny. So there he is. Okay, there he is. Yes. Okay, finish your thoughts, Andy. Go ahead.
If the Star Wars producers had just after 7, or even before they even started 7, had sat down and said, okay, these are the characters, and this is point A, and this is point Z. How do we want to get from here to here?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be concrete. It doesn't have to be every minute detail. We just need a rough idea of how we're going to get from here to here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Exactly. We're going to come back, guys, to all the Star Wars goodness. But again, I'm going to bring up, this is my first time meeting this gentleman. I'm super excited. And of course, we're going to give him center stage to talk about his podcast with his partner in crime, Lenny Snyder. Mr. Snyder. It's not Zack Snyder. It's Lenny Snyder. I'm sure he would like to have either one of those names, Lenny Kravitz or Zack Snyder, but you know what I'm saying. I'm sure he like their money. That's the biggest thing there. And titles. They have some great titles. But guys, without further ado, Mr. Jason Stephens, I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Stephens, all right, there it is. Cool. And I'm going to throw you over here so I could see you better. There you go.
All right, there we go.
There you go. So it's nice to meet you, Jason. And
Hey,
yeah.
Jason.
You too, man. You too. It's nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, and you're more than welcome. Like I said, if you want to plug in more too of your show or whatever else you got going on for yourself and where you want to, all these things going on with you, go ahead and do it right here, man. Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm I don't know what Lenny has told you about me, but me and Lenny met back in high school. We played high school football together. And the one thing that tied us together mostly, of course, both being DBs, but our birthday is on the exact same day. We were born the exact same day, which is May 23rd.
There you go.
Which kind of spawned the name of our upcoming production company, 23 Productions, and our podcast.
Man, wait, now hold on. The way you just said that, now he tried saying it. He didn't make it. See, I couldn't even say it when he said it. But when you said it, I don't know. Say that again. 23, right? 23?
Yes, sir.
See, I can roll off the tongue now. Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, that Southern California upbringing, man. You know, I my wife laughs at me because I like, every time we go to Mexico, I'm like, don't worry, I'll order.
I like that. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man. Our upcoming podcast is 5 Deuce 3. Of course, for the 5/23, our birthdays, but there's no lack of topic for us to be able to discuss with everything that's going on in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
From entertainment to sports to social issues. We're going to try to tackle everything coming from the perspective of we're both dads, we're both husbands, and being able to share our views from those viewpoints, and just hopefully we can first off entertain, but inform, make sure people are coming and checking us out. So we're putting out promos and stuff right now. We're working on, so that'll be popping up on Facebook, but we're looking to, of course, get everything going on the 23rd. So
well, quick question for you. Now, are you trying to tackle everything all in one show, or are you guys doing each show like, hey, okay, we're going to talk about this topic or two topics, or are you guys just trying to, like you said, just thrash it all in, put it all in within one show?
So the show is only going to be 23 minutes.
23 minutes long, right.
So there may be times where we like, because we don't want to stray from that. Because I know how it is listening to podcasts and whatnot. Once you get to a certain time limit, it's like, all right, change it off. I want people to be with us from the beginning to the end of the episode.
Right.
So if that means, we got this big thing that happened, in sports, and we also have this big thing that's happening socially. All right, well, let's record 23 minutes, and then boom, we'll jump back, record the next 23 minutes, and then we can continue to put it out. So it's keep that format, but if we have to, and Lenny's the master editor, so he's able to take.
I teased him. I said, "Why don't you?" I said, "I see a theme here: the 23 for the logo, the 23 for the minutes." And I said, "Why don't you have it on the 23rd day? Every 23rd day, have all these videos pop up." I think that'd be kind of cool. But if you're doing multiple videos, I mean, I guess you could film it all before the 23rd, and then maybe you can drop all the videos on the 23rd, like 4 videos before the top, or just one. I'm just throwing that out. I'm just
your freelance check will be in the mail.
I know, right? I've always creatively, this is why I'm made for this genre of life, because I'm always creating of something. Whether it be someone else's material or work, and how I can make it, not just make it better, but just maybe just give a thoughtful feedback, or vice versa for my own stuff or friends. That is how I am, and so it's just like I've always loved to do that. So no, you guys do me a huge favor. You have to send me, you and Lenny, send me some of your promotional stuff. Because what I can do is, I've been wanting to do this for a while, is do little breaks on the show, where I could do like a quick, not commercial, but like a quick plug-in for like your show. So that'd be like our break. Another plug-in for maybe a movie trailer that I have, or another break for, what I'm saying? So that's my goal. So if you guys have anything current, let me know. You can give it to Lenny, or if you want, I'll get Lenny to give me your information, and I'll get your number, and we can keep each other. Because now, I don't know if you noticed, but Lenny did. I'm gonna throw it out to you. Always know I'm always trying to get in on shows. So I'm trying to get my big break right now. I'm trying to get my break. So Lenny said I can be a part of your show, and be a guest. So I'd love to be a part of that, and I'm super stoked. I haven't even told Lenny this right now, but my IMDb, our IMDb is almost ready to launch out to the world, and because I've been working on it, because I don't know if you guys noticed, I thought anybody could just get on IMDb, and you can't. You really can't. They actually ask you for so much detail, and you have to have at least one feature credit, that your name has to be on screen, or they don't even take you. Okay. They don't even take you. So once I was able to I was in one thing called Fists of Fury. It's not the one with Bruce Lee, because that's what I was like, man, I'm at a level right now, bro. I wouldn't be doing. I'm doing this, but it'd be a different level. But it's called Fists with an S at the end. So Fists of Fury. Okay. And Cynthia Rothrock is a person I've looked up to forever in my life. Oh yeah. And so she was the host of that, and basically she was talking about all the martial arts back from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, type of thing, and those martial arts. And so there were these little comedic plugins throughout it, and I played one of the guys that was in that. And so that gave me an online, and actually they took my name, and it's actually, if you buy the DVD, you'll see my name, Alan Mosier. So I was able to put that in there, and with that launched to where I can put all of my uncredited stuff when I was an extra. All my stuff I've directed, produced, everything. So right now, all my films are up there, but now I'm doing all my live shows like Inside the Laughter, this show here, Fireline Live, and I can put down my series and years and dates. And so once I'm finished with all that, I can be able to unload that to the world, and people can see what I've done. And what's crazy is that you can apparently, when you do that, guys, this is good for you too, and anybody else that wants to do this, is once you get on there, if you do pay, because you could do the pro, right, for 30 days free. And I basically was going to put that up there and then just take it, not pay it, just get it done. But it also is a source for producers and directors to actually find talent. I guess that is what they actually, when you sign up for pro, it says, hey, if you continue on with us, this is a place that you can, promote yourself, that directors, producers do come on to check for new talent. So if you have your stuff, man, you can put your stuff out there and give us another platform. But Jason, man, if you want to let them know where they can find you, where they can, hook up with you and get know more about you, can you let them know where that is, man?
Yeah. So right now we're on Facebook. 23 Productions is our Facebook page. Like I said, we're in the mode of uploading and getting our promos out there. So it's going to be slowly releasing the floodgates closer we get to the 23rd. But we're going to be on YouTube. I'm just finishing up that page. But mainly right now Facebook, and there's going to be a lot more to come. We're going to be doing Instagram. We're going to try to hit all the way across the board. Touch as many people as we can, hit as many social platforms as we can. But right now, primarily Facebook, and more to come.
Very, very cool, man. And I know he gave us a little tease, but we're in an era right now that we just want more teases. And is there anything else you can tease us? Now, his tease was this, that we don't give the same tease or more tease. Not more. I want more tease. Just not too much tease. There you go. Not too much tease. Lenny said that one of your first guests or one of your guests is someone from the Tonight Show, or was on the Tonight Show, something like that. That was one of the teas. I don't know what else, but I don't know what else you can give with that.
Listen, I can say this. What I can. Just as Lenny does, I came, I went to UCLA. I grew up UCLA. I grew up playing sports. I played college football. I have a lot of friends that are doing a lot of things, venture capitalists, athletes, artists. So the plan is to, once we get established, and just start banging out interviews, because we both have a large pool to pull from. Some people are doing some big things right now. So and again, I'm going to tease. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to.
That's okay. Give me another tease. Give me another tease.
Also, what we're trying to do is, and this is something that Lenny and I, we've talked about, just to add content to our pages, is we want to start adding. So I make music. I'm a musician.
You and I both. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So we want to start promoting music production for Lenny. We want to kind of be an all-encompassing production company where you can come to us for anything. So we're going to be displaying that in the first few episodes, kind of giving you a taste of what we, what I do, what Lenny does, and things we do, things we can offer to make us, ultimately make us marketable. But again, just keep you all entertained. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I think there was a tease in there somewhere, and I'm gonna recipher that tease. That was like one of those, code teases.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to name names yet.
Yeah. But I think when he said the word athletes, that's what I'm saying. I had to dig deep. He said athletes. Andy, I see Andy taking notes. Andy, what notes are you taking? Come on, Andy. Come on, man. All right, so we're gonna talk about Fireline, but hey, I'm gonna tell you what, Jason. If I haven't had you, I know I don't haven't had you on my show, on the other show yet, but I'd love to have you on Quarantine Hangouts one night, or you and Lenny at the same time, or even have you guys come up and we'll just do a live together. It'll matter. Yeah, it'll be fun. I already have a connect. I love when you can connect with people right off the bat when you first meet. And I already have that with you. That's how me and Lenny got started, man. I met Lenny at a red carpet event. He did my very first interview. Inside the Edge. Oh my God. And he did my very first interview, and it was so funny because the moment I met him, it was like we were friends, like we own each other. And I was like, and so I have that vibe with you. So that's really cool, and I enjoy that.
Yeah. Much love, man.
Much love to you. Yeah, of course. So check out Jason at
23 Productions Facebook.
23 Facebook. Now, Jason Stevens or 23 Production. Okay.
So our page is under it's its own page, 23 Productions.
Okay. Gotcha. And then if they want to go to your personal page, Jason Stevens.
Jason Stevens with the PH, STEPHENS.
There you go. Cool. All right, man. We'll see you, buddy.
Of course. Go and do that.
Yeah. And keep listening, man. Let us know if you like Star Wars, man. Ask us some Star Wars questions in there, and we'll answer it for you.
If I had known when I came in, trust me, I have a whole list.
I'll tell you what. Give me one. Give me one or two from Mandalorian season 2 or whatever. What you think? When you come offline, go ahead and comment down there or in the chat, live chat, and we'll answer them live for you right now.
Okay. All right. Mandalorian.
Yes, you got it. Yep.
All right.
All right, buddy. Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool, man. I'm super stoked, and that's what I'm talking about. So Dave is saying what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about. Dave is saying what's up to everybody. Dave, man. I guess I can move to wrestling for a second since Dave is in the building. Rusev. I don't know his name now because I guess he's signed with AEW. That's the real deal. He gone. He gone.
WWE is letting go a lot of their people. And they're also getting fed up with how they're being treated. They're like, man, I'm out of here. Screw this place.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I hope that AEW and my man Cody Rhodes, screw
it up.
Yeah, I mean, I hope their goal, and I don't know if Cody's relationship with Vince is nice or bad. Like, I don't know. And the reason why I say that, because if he's trying to stick it to the man,
he's going to fail.
Somewhere, Vince is still Vince. If Vince was dead and buried, somehow, no, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Even if Vince was dead, buried, and gone, DED dead, he'd still beat Cody Rhodes somehow. He'll find a way. Vince is no joke. Don't put Vince in the corner. You saw what happened in Monday Night Wars. You put Vince in the corner, what happened? Vince came back snapping and killed everybody, right? And of course, as always, and when I say killed everybody, I meant that literally, because he took out ECW, WCW, and every other thing else you could think of was in the mix. So you have all these platforms. So I'm hoping Cody has a relationship that he's like, look, you know what? I just want to have a good wrestling show. If people are not happy WWE, bring them on over here. I ain't trying to compete. I mean, if we end up being bigger naturally than WWE, then fantastic. But let's not make that the goal, because that's what Eric Bischoff did. He even said on many podcasts, my original goal was to take out WWE. Just take them out, kill them, put the stake in the heart. You know,
that's what brought him down.
Yeah. I think he's asking Jason Stephen this question: will your show have audience participation? Well, first of all, Dave, we have the show here to do that too. So why don't you participate and ask us a damn question, Dave? You know what I mean? Ask us a question, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the second hour. We got Tony Spataro is in the house, everybody. Yeah. Tony. And I don't know if Jason, there you go. I don't know if Jason wants to play in the game up here. He's more than welcome to. We can keep him up. Jason, are you still there, big dog? Jason, are you there? Oh, Jason left. Jason left. All right.
Busy man. I've been watching the show. I've been following all morning.
Oh, yeah. Tony, you look clean, man. You look real clean.
I look tired.
No, you look clean. No, man, you look clean, man. Look at me and Andy. We look like we came from the Walking Dead. Look at us with our beards on. This is crazy.
I just had that. And don't feel bad.
The only thing is that's even helping him right now is the Cobra Kai hat. That's the only thing that's helping him right now. I mean, the only thing that's saving me is my inside the job, I got some God hat going on, some God happening. You know what I mean? That's the first men's retreat I went to back in 2016 or 2015. Was a great time. And it was a fantastic time.
Nice.
Have you guys
to throw my 2 cents in, I know I didn't catch it all, but even till now, I still do actively watch a little bit of wrestling on both ends. It's the male soap opera.
Yes,
it's the longest running male soap opera.
Yes, it is.
And I entered my relationship with my wife. She had a daughter who was 16. I taught her how to drive. And when wrestling was on or around and she didn't understand, of course, I threw on like all the ladder matches from like the 90s when people were really going, you want to see what wrestling is to me? It's this. And that kind of started me keeping eyes on wrestling. It came up one day, we had it, and I was like, let's do this.
Right.
So, yeah.
There you go. So he basically said he got a divorce because of wrestling. So that should show you guys not to like wrestling because it could turn into a divorce.
No, I still got my lady. My lady.
Okay. So basically, he spent money twice. He basically spent money for the first marriage, divorced, came back, pay a second marriage. Is that what I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
One time.
There you go. One time.
So, but the whole A&E thing, it is interesting. It's fun. It's fresh. And even with them starting out, it's just even though they're lacking some things like really deep storylines and character, baby, they're all new and fresh and like just starting. So
are you talking about AEW?
AEW. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know what's so funny, guys? I for some odd reason, I don't know what it is. I mean, even when they first started, I watched and I don't know. Even with ECW and even WCW, we'll just go even there. Every time I saw something new and I saw the platform, if I didn't know anybody, I tried for a minute to see who I can get attached to, right? And nothing grabbed. But then you get that one. I don't know what it is. We'll just use, I think their biggest star, AEW Pilled Up, not Cody Rhodes, don't count because he's the starter of everything. I think his biggest acquisition was Chris Jericho. I think that was his big name signer.
Oh.
Mr. Jericho. So I want to say that hooked me for a second because I was like, okay, he got Chris. Chris is old, but he's not that old to where if you're watching Chris, I didn't mean it like that. But he's not spring chicken in his 20s anymore. So we got an older guy, going to do or a guy in his prime doing his thing. If that makes sense. So even though he started. It still didn't grab me. I guess you're looking for that, I don't know, credibility or whatever you want to call
it. Chris Jericho was definitely an outstanding grab for them simply because he has been doing stuff musically with his band Fozzy and like cruise ship tours and things like that for all this time. And he's always kind of been like that or staying connected with what he loves and his passions. That's what made it so successful whenever he did go back into wrestling. Because he had all these people that just love him anyway. And at his age and his experience, he could do it more on his rules, his terms, how he wants to do something now and not always be the character from like 20 years ago. He made his own theme music.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Let me tag on that for a second. I'm sure Andy will agree with me. Chris Jericho is one of the guys, I'm going to say one of the pioneers, that basically knew how to transcend his character. He changed his character always for the time, somehow of updating it, never keeping it stable. Yeah. Same thing happened with The Rock. Same thing happened with Sting. And yes, Dave, I said it. Taker. Same thing with Taker. Same thing with even Triple H. All these guys somehow, whether it became putting on a suit, whether it became changing their face paint, whether it be changing their attire, whether it be changing their persona, but keeping the same character with the same persona. That's
they
huge.
Would give layers.
Chris Jericho do that.
They would give layers to their character.
Chris Jericho did that. So really quickly now, I only seen thumbnails, and I gotta ask you because it's not like I watch this 24/7 anymore like I used to. I do dabble in it, watch it when I can. When I see again, if I see somebody I really like to watch or see, then I'll go watch it really quickly or watch that show. But is something about Brock Lesnar being part of the Shield? Is that a real thing?
I have no idea.
No idea. And that situation with all those guys has been gone for like a while. One of the guys is now John Mox, who is like the main, one of the main brands now for AEW.
I'm talking about brand new Shield without John. I'm talking. This is only for Reigns and my boy Seth. Okay.
No, I think he's just going to be the Paul Heyman guy, to be like a bad guy, to tag him really as a heel or something like that.
Yeah. Because with the wrestling thing. Go ahead.
With the wrestling thing, I did not see Sasha Banks in that Mandalorian trailer.
I'll show you.
Sorry.
I'll show you.
I heard she was in it, but it was like
it's for a brief second. It's where she's wearing. It's when they're at the docks. I forgot what planet that is because people are already knowing. That's how nerdy everybody is, man. People know what planet, what type of people they are with the one eyeball, not Cyclops, that don't count. Like all these people that are in this, you know what I'm saying? Like they know the names and entities. And I'm like, man, I don't know any of this stuff, man. But
I don't. Well, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can get it for you.
I'm sure you can. You that's why you listen. You're the You're the Iron Mike name of the podcast here with us, man. You are the Iron Mike today. So
I saw the trailer, and I was so happy that I saw a fake trailer that was not how this was, and I'm glad I saw a little tiny little baby Yoda or the child, whatever you'd like to call him.
Get it right.
So. I was glad because
I'll tell you
it would have been really dumb for them.
Yeah, let me see something real quick. I want to say what, bro. Okay. Oh, he put us in a private chat. So let's answer these questions really quickly, and then we'll actually, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch the trailer one more time with the sound. Then we'll ask the questions. Then we'll go back to the trailer and just review it. Okay, we'll review it that way. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're gonna go back. Very quickly, Jason, if you're watching, buddy, I just saw the private chat. You could have totally sent it in the regular chat. That's why I didn't see it. I apologize.
I in there. I answered him.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, great. Well, then I will answer it.
I don't know if he saw it, but
yeah. Well, we'll answer it together. You can even give your answer out again. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're gonna watch the Mandalorian season 2 trailer one more time, just to get the feel again. And I'm gonna point out Sasha Banks in there for Tony. Here it goes. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah, man. I want this to come out now! Right now!
You got another month or two.
I know.
Show me the one safety deemed such destruction.
Baby Yoda!
You must reunite it with its own kind.
Baby Yoda!
Where?
This you must determine. The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
Right there she is. There's Sasha.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
This is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
So I've heard.
Perfect.
This is the way.
There you go. There you go. Now, real quick,
Already
you had your mic off, Tony. So on the next one we redo, I'll have you take your mic off. That way we can all talk over it. We can kind of say something for each one, or it's up to you guys. I won't be able to pause it because I'm not.
It's cool. I saw it. I saw it.
I know. I'm just letting you know when I want to review it in a second. I can't pause it because I have it on my system and I'm not doing it as a streaming thing. So that way because notice how it's working fine right now. I don't want to mess that up. I want to keep this going. You know what I mean? So Tony, looking at it right there, what are your excitements and what are your maybe worries of the show just watching the trailer? What you got for me?
They haven't really let me down yet. Like, they're going a direction where I'm always curious, or I didn't see the end coming with the guy with the black lightsaber. I didn't see that coming, but here we are, and that's cool. I love it when they keep it very authentic, especially to the episode 4 ones, the ones that were made in the late 70s. And he's keeping a nice tone to it, a good look to it, and still having those maybe higher end excitement and action sequences. So it's all looking positive to me. I got no complaints.
Yeah, Andy, what about you, buddy?
With the Sasha thing.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Finish up. Go ahead.
All right. And with the Sasha thing, it's not. I'm not like too jumping for joy over it, but I am glad that he is also doing like those little cameo-ish things that are cool for the cult classicness of Star Wars and how getting your thing in.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we explained how we explained it with episode 7. How everybody got in there, like Simon Pegg and stuff.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, I will say I really enjoyed. Everybody's taking their breakouts. I mean, obviously you got John Cena. I think he's finding his niche finally and doing some stuff. Drax, my boy Dave Bautista has finally found, I believe, his niche completely. I think he's going to be doing really well. I don't think they're never going to get as big as The Rock because Rock is the one that started it all of doing everything. But I think they can kind of fall right behind too. And I think Sasha Banks is going to end up going down that road. If she can pull this off well, this can catapult her career to another level, which I'm excited to see. Andy, your thoughts?
But I gave all my thoughts really earlier. I'm kind of in the same mind as Tony here. The only thing that I hope they do is, since they're doing all these cameos and stuff of the characters from like Rebels and Clone Wars and all this stuff, I hope they don't just put them in and expect all these people to know who they are.
Right.
I hope they put them in and give at least a little bit of backstory of like, so that people that don't know who they are, who didn't watch Rebels and Clone Wars and Resistance and all those other TV shows, they aren't just like, who the hell are these people? Why should I care about them? Why are they special? These cameos don't mean nothing to me. They need to put a little context to those cameos. That's all.
Right. For me, you already know what I'm gonna say, and you guys could probably go ahead and beat me up for it, and that's fine with me. But I will say, one, enjoyed season 1 all the way through. Really, really good. Kept me on my toes the entire time. Enjoyed some of the references of even some of the prequel stuff to some of the 4, 5, and 6 stuff, the OG. Tony, you did mention, he keeping it in that 4, 5, and 6 era. I will say this. I think because they're stuck in a timeline, when I mean by timeline, meaning they really can't go past 7 or 8 and 9, but they can stay within, that time of 4, 5, and 6 because this takes place after Return of the Jedi. So this works out great. This is before 7 and after 6. So they really can kind of stay there for a minute, which is kind of cool. And so that's why it has that feel of everything. And if you saw the guys in the speeder or the stormtroopers in the speeder, I forgot the name of those stormtroopers, the one with those types of masks or the scout troopers. So that was really cool to see that because that was in episode 6. You saw that on the bike speeder. So I think that's really cool.
They had their moment. They had their moment too at the season finale of Mandalorian when they have him in the little guy in the basket. And they're just trying to shoot a brick or something, and yeah, he gave speeder guys. He gave us that. See how you're smiling, Andy? He gave you those props that like the whole little bit off shooting, can't shoot straight kind of thing, and then just kind of talking smack to each other. And they're the same two dudes who, at the beginning when they first go in, are like, "You get $50 for that helmet." You know, the same guys that are at the front gate that take off to go get it.
Yeah,
so it's like
really
those two
cool
guys kind of are like the
It's really cool because all the stormtroopers that they cast for Mandalorian are members of the 501st, which is a fan club that dress up as stormtroopers.
They didn't have enough costumes for the finale. Yes.
So they just hired.
See, there's your dog sighting. There's the dog sighting. I told you every time I come on, you see your dog once, Alan. There it is. The dog always makes a cameo. It kind of comes in, lays down somewhere. There it is. There she is, laying down. There she is. Make her move.
It's bad production.
Wow. No, it's smart production.
The dog photo bombs. No, the dog photo bombs every stream, dude. Like either it's a Saturday or I wasn't even on a Saturday.
Hey, you get Alan,
the dog came by and I was in
you get Alan, you get Tony, you get Andy, you get Baby Yoda, and of course then you get Mr. Alex. I mean, you can't get no better than that. Okay, so as I was saying a second ago, that yes, I'm looking forward to season 2. I know Andy's not a fond a lover of Ahsoka, and I really like a lot of people. I didn't get a chance to say this earlier because I was waiting for you, Tony. A lot of people were upset because the rumor was reason why the trailer was not coming out until like now. Or they waited so long because this trailer was supposed to come out like almost a month ago almost. The reason why they did it because they were doing reshoots for the trailer because they were trying to add Ahsoka in there as like a real quick shot. But I don't care about all that. I'm actually glad they didn't put her in because I want to have all this cool stuff I want them to have saved for the show. I don't know who exactly they're going to have on this show. I'm kind of like Andy. I mean, I personally haven't seen all the Clone Wars or Resistance or Rebels, and so hopefully they do show some kind of backstory to get me in a little bit of it. But I still want to watch. I still want to watch Rebels, and I do want to watch Clone Wars since I have Disney Plus. I think I am going to go back and watch those. Right now, I'm on the Fear of Walking Dead right now, so I'm getting that finished right now. You know, getting ready for season 10 and then the new Walking Dead: The Beyond, the brand new series is coming out at the end of October. So I'm getting ready by watching all this because from what I heard, I'm not sorry to switch genres, but just saying that the Walking Dead is basically putting both the universes together, Walking Dead and the Fear of the Walking Dead, and they're gonna somehow merge in this new show, which I'm really curious to see how they're going to link them together, which I think is really, really cool. But with back to Star Wars is I want to watch those animation ones, those if you want to call it cartoons, whatever you want to call them.
When you see I don't want people to get disappointed with her character, no matter how it is portrayed in there. Just like with you, because I'm afraid people are going to be expecting a lot and you're how you are a little bit, Andy, is kind of like people are really happy to see her and they want her done justice. But then Alan, like you say, you're like, I could use a little backstory and like I think however they bring her in is going to be cool. It probably sucks that they mentioned it because now it's getting built up to be that. If they just had her all of a sudden, you were watching, they're like, oh my god, they brought her in. Like they brought like this in. I think everybody would have loved it no matter what they did with her. But because they know right now, people are building the pedestals. Yeah. But I did with Luke Skywalker. Stuff like that.
But I think you have. I think because that you have Filoni.
They didn't need her. To build this season.
But let me say this. I agree. I agree with you. I think though with Filoni. And with Filoni and with Favreau, I think both of them have the what it takes to give us what needs to be done and not go crazy. Like what I mean by I don't think so.
Keep going, please.
But I also do believe that I don't think Ahsoka is the biggest name. I don't think it's the big. Now this is the part where I think Andy and I think you might be like, okay, you don't want that. For me, I don't care because I love everything at the kitchen sink.
I never said she was the biggest name. Never said she was the biggest name.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I believe that there's probably more characters that they're going to put in there. And I know that we don't want to saturate it, which I don't want either. As long as it's stuff that makes sense, it's not just thrown in there to throw in there. If it makes part of the story really, really cool, then I don't mind those. Like I don't want to see like, you know, all of a sudden Christian Haydenson's, you know, Darth Vader's Force Ghost show up. I don't want that. Even though it'd be cool to see it, but I don't want that.
But on that note, they came out with Mandalorian with that kind of armor and that style, and it was already a success by the look and the dirty stormtroopers in the beginning, and it was already a success kind of before they even introduced Baby Yoda, and then you were hooked. And if they just pitched, they already had Baby Yoda, they already had the end with an evil guy with a lightsaber. They could have done a trailer just like that and never said anything, and just like the first one, everyone would have watched, and then all of a sudden, episode 3, oh my God, this chick just showed up. You know what I mean? And then the buzz would have been insane, just like how it was with the Baby Yoda. Now you didn't see it coming at all. They didn't make dolls for it.
But you know why they did it, right? You know why? It's not that they were doing it just to get whatever. See, right now, what's in, everybody's doing it. And that's why people drop these nuggets, good or bad, because they want talk. They won't talk. So guess what? I'm going to be honest with you. If they have never dropped the Ahsoka stuff, I'm not saying that we wouldn't be talking about Mandalorian, but I promise you we wouldn't be talking as much Mandalorian as we are now. There's a lot of Mandalorian talk for the past almost 2 months about Mandalorian.
They could have.
But my point is,
we would have been speculating if she was in it. That would have been crazy.
Then all of a sudden
someone's theory could have been correct.
No, I'm just saying this. That sometimes when you predict stuff and somehow it gets out there, you rather make sure that you can control that by coming out and saying, okay, this is real. Because there's a lot of time where people do that, where people they speculate their theory, and then they're getting if you're a person that's doing source material like us, if we ever break a real freaking story, like, you know, that no one else broke, but we broke it, do you know how big the channel would become because we broke a story that XYZ? And that's why these channels do that, because they want to break the story. And so if somehow the theories are coming out right, the studio is going to be like, you know what? We might as well put this out, because guess what? If you guys already got it, XYZ, right? So I'm just saying.
I see where you're coming from.
Right.
I would have totally enjoyed the surprise factor. Like that would have been the surprise wow factor.
Of course.
Season 1, that would have kept it hung with season 1 a little bit.
Right.
So they already left us with an evil Jedi right at the end of season 1, where you're already excited to see how there is going to be a confrontation, and there's also your little guy. And if all of a sudden you threw her in from like left field, that would have been a buzz. And then people, while The Mandalorian was on, they would have been also watching all this stuff about her in between, waiting for the next episodes, and stuff. And there would have still been a buzz, but like, it would have been cool. I thought it could have been cool.
Well, that's why I don't think that also The Mandalorian is not going to go. A lot of people are saying they're going to throw all episodes out there. I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to take this episode by episode, week by week, just like the last time. Because again, think about it. If they did that, if they sat there and they did all the episodes and we binge watched it, right? Guess what? All I can say is we binge watch it. We're going to talk about it for a month and call it a day. Then,
if you had a couple of episodes.
No, I'm just using it as an example that I'm hoping that I don't think they are going to go all the episodes at once. I think they're going to just do it episode by episode, week by week. Because if they do that, then we all have something to talk about. Because if they do it all at once,
of course, they're not going to Netflix it. No,
do 1 or 2 times and then we're done talking about it. You know what I mean? Now let me ask you this: if season 1 would have showed off that dark saber, like let's say season 1 at the beginning, they're hyping it up, right? But I didn't know who that was. I don't know if he's from Legends. I don't know if he's from I don't know where that character. What's his name? The character that plays the Darksaber. Mr. Andy, do you remember his name?
No.
I have the Funko Pop. Dang it! I should go look at it to get the name. But the guy with the Darksaber. All right. Anyway, so that character, if they would have put him at the beginning as like a Ahsoka Tano, right? If that would have happened, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't have made no difference, right? But the reason why it was impacted correctly.
No, it would have made a difference. Because people would have once they seen him, they would have researched him and been watching other Star Wars programs in between the seasons of The Mandalorian.
Right. But my point is that he's not as big. You don't say that name and go, oh, I know who that is. I'm not a huge nerd, and I know who Ahsoka is. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a nerd like any of you guys that can go and name stuff like this. But I know who Ahsoka is. So my point is that if the reason why season 1 didn't have that gigantic, huge factor was because they showed the two main characters, which was Mandalorian, which we haven't seen before other than Boba Fett, but that don't count. And then, of course, we have, Baby Yoda, the child, if you will, right? Those were the two main things they showed in season 1. And, of course, they gave you the cliffhanger, which was the guy with the Darksaber. Forgot his name.
But where was he? Where was he in the trailer? That should have been the showing of conflict. They could, it was just like.
I'm just saying. My point is that even though they showed Ahsoka in the not even in the trailer, they didn't show her in the trailer. They just announced that, hey, I believe that the news came out, and they said, hey, and I think it helped the show. I'm still thinking that, and I think that's why they hit her in the trailer, because if they would have put in the trailer, guess what they would have did? They would have, yes. Now you got the people that are going to go frame by frame and go and say, oh, this is where she's going to show up at. And then that's why I think it was very smooth that they didn't put her in the trailer.
Did she have, what color was her lightsaber, Andy?
I don't know.
Lightsaber color for her.
For
No?
Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Ahsoka has two, doesn't she? A green and a blue one.
I mean, it's the classic Jedi, just the green blue standard. She never went yellow, wasn't purple. Yeah, she was like a Padawan through the beginning, like when I first started watching the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always following Anakin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got you. I got that. So yeah, she has. I was gonna say maybe they could have thrown in like a lightsaber color shot, like a saber, and then that could have been a teaser. You know what I mean? Yeah, that could have been cool.
I kind of agree with Alan. I'm glad that they didn't show her. And it's not just because of my prejudice against her. Just that I think it's better to keep kind of the tease. You know, ooh, we're gonna have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When are we gonna get her? That's
real
the thing.
Real quick, I gotta tell Dave something. With Sting, it was who his idea could steal. Hey, Dave, shut up. Anyway, so now Dave trying to be crazy. All right. This is the guy that we were talking about, Mr. Moff Gideon. There he is.
Yes, that was him.
Mr. Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon. Yeah, that was the guy. But like I said, I'm just saying, did it hurt the trailer? Did it make the trailer better? Yes or no? I don't know. I don't think it cared. I personally didn't care about seeing Ahsoka in the trailer because, like I said, at that time, I think it was genius that they didn't show it. We're all speculating, but we didn't show it. So we don't even know what episode she's supposed to be in. We don't know what scene she's in. You know what I mean? Like I know everybody here is not a hater episode 8. I think Andy in episode 8. I think you're you didn't mind it. I think you liked it. I think Tony, you were like in number 8 because it messed with your space Jesus Luke. So let me just say this really quickly. That in episode 8, in one of the teasers, in one of the trailers, they showed both Kylo and Rey at some point. Like they were like, I don't know, the way they shot it, like they were supposed to look like they tag, like the way they shot it, like, and then everybody was talking about it, like we were already making theories of all kinds of stuff. So I'm really glad that they didn't put like a shot of Ahsoka or even the blade and then you saw like maybe the what world she was in, because people would be speculating that, and at least we have no idea. So that's why I'm glad that they just announced that she's there, but not that I'm glad they didn't show it in the trailer. Like, that was good. Like, I'm glad for that.
So they've announced that she's going to be in it, but they haven't showed anything about her.
Yeah, they haven't showed anything. They just announced that.
But they have.
Or in the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've never
Gotcha,
showed
gotcha.
nothing. They never showed nothing.
I don't think they should have even like had that. And then like she would have came out of just like left field and just been like, oh, we have a lightsaber
They
fight.
just trying to
We
grab.
got a lightsaber fight.
Go ahead, Andy.
They're just stirring the pot. They
Yeah.
announced because
It's working. It's working.
Yeah, because 90%, 99% of the Star Wars fans love the Clone Wars. Like they after they watch
Oh,
the
yeah.
episode, they go into the bathroom and have their private time after watching it. And so they love Ahsoka, and
Fair enough.
so they announce Ahsoka in the series, and it's like, oh, Ahsoka's gonna be in Mandalorian. Well, I gotta watch it now. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah, they're playing to that crowd for sure. They're playing for that crowd for sure, and that's the thing is,
Oh, and it works.
yeah,
like
And
I
it
said,
works too. Even on your side of the fence, it works too, because if you let them know right now, hopefully it could give people time to watch some Clone Wars and research her a little.
People are doing that.
And it gets them maybe into the stream. And I would have seen it as once you find out she's in an episode, then all the weeks in between, all the days in between the new episodes, people are constantly watching Star Wars seasons and binge watching Star Wars stuff, and that would have been kind of cool. But in this case, they have it happening right now.
Yeah, it served two purposes too, because Disney also released the season 7 of Clone Wars at around the same time.
Yeah.
So it was like, we're having Ahsoka in Mandalorian, and we're releasing season 7. So in order to catch up on what's going on in Mandalorian, and you need to watch Clone Wars.
Maybe that's like, okay.
And that's why
that works.
And that's why I'm saying that every season, I think they should have some kind of, if they want to announce, hey, this is who's coming in. Like I said, this may not be the biggest name. Ahsoka might be the smallest name on the guest list that might show up for a brief second. But I think if they do different seasons, and they decide to go, hey, you know what? Let's do another name. We can say, but again, don't show them until the season or till the series is out. I think that's fair, and I think that's good, because it gives enough opportunity to give talk to hype to talk. People give thought to the series, and at least not show any footage of her or him or whoever they might put in, in the episodes. You know what I mean? I think that would be cool.
Gotcha.
So Andy, so have you seen all the Clone Wars and all the Rebels?
Not all.
Okay.
I haven't watched Rebels at all. That's not true. I watched one episode, and I found Rebels to be a little too kid-friendly for my taste.
Okay.
It seemed a little more geared to young kids rather than
to younglings. I got you. There you go.
Sure.
Wow. What was that hate from?
Huh?
What was that hate from? I just said youngling, and you're like, shut up. It's like, damn.
Well, I'm
one
trying
sec.
to talk, and Clone Wars. I've watched some of it, but there's some really good episodes in Clone Wars, but
yeah,
Ahsoka is just not my thing.
That's okay, man. It's okay. Everybody likes. I mean, I like Darth Maul. I really do, but everybody loses their mind over Darth Maul. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I like Darth Maul. Don't get me wrong. I like him. Just like I like Ahsoka. But that don't mean I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like my favorite baddie would be I know Ahsoka's not a baddie, but my favorite baddie is still always gonna be Darth, even though I love, and he's not really a baddie. He's like a half bad, half good. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, everybody has their thing. I mean, wait till one day they bring Cal. I think they're gonna one day, because everybody really loved. Everybody thought that Jedi Fallen Order game was gonna suck. Excuse me for my French. Suck major balls. Like they thought it was gonna suck really, really bad, and everybody ended up playing it and enjoying the gameplay, enjoying the storyline, enjoying the spoiler. I'm not gonna talk about who shows up at the end of the game, but it's freaking cool. But enjoying everything about this character and the little robot. I forgot the little robot's name, but I'm not gonna go back in my Funko room to go get it. But my point is, but this guy named Cal, he's also the guy that played the Joker in Gotham, which I hope he gets that role at one point because he did a fantastic job as Joker in there, or the prelude to Joker. But I will say that that those characters, did a fantastic job, and I think with whoever that comes into play, I think we just need to. We're all going to enjoy what we like. I mean, who's your favorite Star Wars? Well, let me ask this: out of the storyline or saga universe, who is your favorite character there? And then who is your favorite character in The Mandalorian as of now? So 2 characters
out of the entire universe
that you like.
Do I have to stay canon?
No, you can see whatever you want. Yeah.
Darth Revan.
Cool. And you know what? Because
Old Republic.
And because I'm getting their Funko Pops right now, I'm doing research on them, and I heard they're all really cool. They're all really cool. So I'm looking to dive into those guys. There's another guy next to Revan. There's another guy. What's his name? That's in that same, I think.
Malik.
I heard those guys are bad, and I can't wait to check those guys out.
Worst.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, what about Mandalorian? Who's your even without season 2? Like who do you?
I don't remember her character's name, but Miss Gina.
Yeah, Gina Carano. Yeah, she's cool. What's her name?
Gunner. Yeah.
The Gunner. Her name's the Gunner.
She was a gunner trooper, a heavy machine gun trooper that went rogue.
Yeah.
And that's why she's on the run. Yeah.
Is that her name though? Is the Gunner? Is that her name?
No, I don't.
But that's what her title was when she was a heavy gunner for the Republic or whatever, and she defected.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's why no one messes with her.
I got you.
I like her, and I liked her in Deadpool too.
Yeah, she's good.
I was like, man, she can beat me up any day.
Oh yeah,
cool.
yeah. All right, Tony. What about you, Tony? What is your favorite character of all time in Star Wars, and then your favorite Mandalorian character right now as we sit?
I don't know. You had to. I mean, like the initial one growing up, of course, was Luke because he got to do every cool thing and he was in every cool battle. You know, it's like the Batman Superman thing. Like when you're little, you want to be Superman, and you grow up, you realize it's more logical to be Batman. So it's kind of like, yeah, I love Luke Skywalker when I was a kid, but then as you got older, you realize you're a little more Solo. You know what I mean? Like or something. But I liked everybody. It's pretty much a collective whole. You know, you can follow people's things. The Mandalorian gave you a whole new guy that wasn't ever in anything, and you had to kind of get to know his style and way. So in The Mandalorian, like a lot of the characters are just all collectively together in the same way as like a whole right now. I don't really have a favorite or not. Everything about them are cool, and you're getting to know them. So it's not like I have a pecking order yet.
Yeah, but you might have, you have one, and you said it earlier. You said it was when I was a kid.
You gotta be sold.
That's okay. So
you gotta be sold on Baby Yoda.
No, hold up, man.
Hold
on. We're gonna go back. And we're gonna pinpoint. Now you said when you were younger, it was Space Jesus Luke. So you like basically Space Jesus Luke. You like Luke.
No, because Luke wasn't Space Jesus Luke back then.
No, I know, but he was still Luke. So we'll just say Luke. Luke Skywalker's your favorite character.
He was the main character that got to fly every starship, be in battles, blow up Death Stars, have saber fights with the main villain. I mean, you're just following his strand. He's the name you know the most. You know what I mean? And everyone else is there cool too. But who do you watch the most when you grow up? Was Luke Skywalker. You know what I mean?
Space Jesus. So as we said earlier, so Tony,
he's not Space Jesus. Then, if I was like,
Tony, Andy, tell him who Space Jesus is. Go ahead and tell him who that is.
No, it's Tony.
You know,
right. In the
Obi-Wan's awesome. Obi-Wan's awesome to follow through the prequel.
I know what he's saying. I don't have a fanboy over like one specific. I'm not like loyal to like one or something more like I am with like DC I got
stuff.
you. Well, we're gonna lie about it. We're gonna lie about it, and we're gonna say Tony likes freaking. He's picking Luke Skywalker as a kid. And who would it be for? There you go. No, it's not. Remember, you just said he was a Space Jesus back then. I said Space Jesus now.
Even with Mandalorian. Mandalorian, like I can't say I don't like any character. You know.
All right, well, give me one you really like.
I don't like any character.
Give me one you really like. Pinpoint one. Just give me one. I don't care who it is.
In The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I give props to the little fixing chick with the robots that was fixing with stuff and then found Baby Yoda and was like, oh, Jesus, like this guy, and she's hanging out on Tatooine, the home of space Jesus, maybe, Alan. And she's like wrapped up into this whole adventure too. Like, what the hell are you gotten yourself into? How you leaving a little green Jedi hanging out on your ship alone? You can't do that. She's the only one walking up to him like a mother. Like, what are you doing?
His favorite character of the Mandalorian season 1 is the mother non-credited person on the show.
We could see her again. She didn't get taken out.
We could see her again for sure. I'm excited for that. I hope so, because I did like her. Okay. For me, I'd have to say, I kind of said it earlier. I really like the Darth Vader Anakin arc, so I would go with his character, even though I love everybody else. See how easy that was, Andy? I'm not Andy. Tony, you see how easy that was? I enjoy every character as well, but I'm picking one, just out the blue. See how I did that? See how easy that was? See how I flew for time? So so I'm like Tony. I love all the characters. There's not one, but if I had to pick one, which was the question, if I had to pick one, I'd pick Anakin and / Darth Vader because they're one and the same in a sense, kind of, sort of, if you will. And I just love the story arc from a person that had dreams of being something special or more, and then getting all this power, and then finding out that he can get more and more, and then he's trying to use that power to save somebody that he loves, and then he goes way overboard with it. And then he just goes off the deep end because he lost who he loved. And then, what I mean? So I love the arc of that story. And then in Mandalorian, even though I love me, the Mando himself, but there's just and I love me some Gina Carano. Oh, she is fine as hell. She can fight like a champ. And I love me some Moff Gideon action. Where's she at? Mr. Moff Gideon with the Darksaber, which is pretty dope as well. Let me some Carl Weather.
You're getting all your shout outs before you give your one pick. Well, yeah,
I do. But the one I really like is got to be the man right here. This wanted poster is the child. I don't know. I don't know. It's something about it. I'm a girl. Nah, man, it's all good. You don't got to be a woman or a female to like the child. Hell no, you can enjoy it as a grown ass man. All I gotta say is, and that could change. Season 2, Yoda could Yoda. A child could go out, and I could be Ahsoka all the way. We never know.
That's what I mean too, because there's so many ties of family and stuff with all the Star Wars and things. Like, I'm in parent mode. You know what I mean? I got a 7-year-old on deck, and so the humor of the child and the Mandalorian isn't like having the character. It's a thing that's an equal. It's not like I like one and not the other more. Right. I totally relate to the handlings of this, or you shouldn't be handling like that. And that's where I find that the more wisdom or elder or be careful kind of guys are like the people you find more interesting. You know what I mean? Right. And so I noticed those kind of relationships and enjoy all that with the child. That came out of nowhere for me. I couldn't see an actiony kind of bounty hunter thing, and I got a dude that was protecting a baby Yoda. You know?
Yeah, you still got the bounty. You still got the bounty, but you got both worlds. You got both worlds. It was awesome.
But it was basically a bounty on the substance. It added it added the family to it. I'm going to protect the child. I'm a protector. I'm the provider and the protector. And then you got the chick. It's like you just can't leave him in the. He will wander out of the ship. You know what I mean? You just can't leave his child. It'll cost you, but I got this. You know,
So if you could go back, we're just gonna give about everybody their favorite. If you can remember, it's been a while. I know I'm gonna binge watch it here soon because I want to rewatch it and get my mind fresh on it. But if you could go back in your mind really quickly, we're gonna just do last thoughts of your favorite episode or episodes, or if you just love the entire series, Tony, that's up to you.
I have one true question that I know maybe you can answer.
Wow! Okay, whoa! I take that offensive, Tony. That is tough.
You're his reference. He's your reference. You look to him to find out things.
So, anyways, Andy, let me tell you real quick now. So, anyways, yeah, I still don't see Tony's name on the list yet. It's not on there yet. It's gonna be soon, but but anyway, I'm just letting they bring him back up.
Wow. Wow.
All right, back right in this. Jump right in my mouth. The robot. What's he called? The guy. The kung fu
IG-11. IG-11. IG-11.
Is IG-11 also the bounty hunter that is hanging out in the spaceship when Darth Vader's telling Boba Fett and all the bounty guys to go out and get?
Oh, that's a great question.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not him. But
That's
okay.
That's IG-88. He's a.
Thank you, because they made a doll. They made a doll that would have a name, even if you didn't hear his name. He had a toy that must have had a name on it, and it wasn't the same. That was my total cure. That was my question. So
yeah,
so you could have asked us both that question.
Assassin droids. They're basically the Terminators of Star Wars universe.
See, you could have asked us both that question, Tony. Just saying, I knew the name. I knew the name.
The first name, you didn't know the other names.
Anyway, so he's going to keep going this direction. You know what? He doesn't know how to keep digging himself out of a hole. I said, I was right with you. I said IG-88. I mean, IG-11. We talked about it. And in 2 more seconds, you said it. I was going to say 88. But I actually do think that was, he actually left. They didn't leave, but he's still there. But I actually did have that question that he actually asked, which was, I did see that I was watching that episode and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is that who? And I don't think it was, because obviously, even though it could be in the timeline, but you're right, those types of droids, or if you want to call them, are assassins. Are bounties, because they're not still.
No, they're assassin droids.
They're assassin droids. Okay, that's what I figured. So they're the upgrades from episode 1, apparently. Those stupid droids that they had, in the first ones, the ones that supposedly were supposed to be menacing in the first episode 1.
No.
Yeah.
They're completely different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I will bring back. Well, actually, he's out from the screen. He's still there. But okay, I'll ask you, and then that way I can ask him when he comes back. That's funny. You are the guru. I know. We're leaving in about 7 minutes, man. We're at 2 hours. So really quickly, your favorite episode of season 1, or if you just like episodes or one series, or
I don't remember the number of it, but it's the one where the town gets attacked by the ATST.
Ooh, I think that's 6 or 7. It was a little bit later in the episodes. I don't think it was the first couple seasons. I like that one too. That was cool.
It's because it reminded me of the movie Seven Samurai.
Oh yeah, with the fields and the way the shot, the scenery looked really beautiful too. Yeah. It had that samurai look. It had it.
Well, it's not just the scenery. It had the same kind of plot. It's these poor villagers are being attacked by bandits and marauders and things like that, and these warriors come in and they help the town set up and protect against these marauders.
Right.
That's pretty cool. I was like, that's awesome. I like that.
And was there a least favorite that you're like, nah, I wouldn't watch that again?
No, I don't. Well, the one. Yes, there is one that is my least favorite. I don't know if I would say I wouldn't watch it again, but it's one that I could miss and I probably wouldn't care. It's the one where they're going out in the desert. It's the one with the what's her face from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
Because there's not really a whole lot happening in there, and even the storyline that they're adding doesn't. It's just kind of like, meh.
Yeah. I think I know. Is that the one where I think they went back to Tatooine and the speeders.
They're on Tatooine. It's when they first go to Tatooine, and the kid that he goes and he kind of flip flops back and forth, and he does like the trail thing or whatever.
Right.
But it was just kind of like, whatever.
Right. I got it. All right, hey, we're gonna finish
You know?
up, Tony. I was just messing with you, big man.
I checked out some stuff.
I know. So let me go ahead and let me set out the plot line so we can finish up because I want to be done in 5 minutes because Andy's got to go and I got to go. We all got stuff. I know you got to go. Keep being dad. Do your thing. So I picked. What was your favorite season? What's your favorite episode of season 1 of Mandalorian, if you can remember? And what episode was not your favorite? And Andy picked the one with the ATSTs, right? Yeah, and they were the ones that were attacking
in the village.
Yeah,
in the village.
Yeah, that was his favorite.
The red-eyed one. The red-eyed one. Oh yeah.
And his least favorite was the one I think where they were in the desert with the speeder bikes and the one with the mom. With the mom. Yeah. That was his least favorite. So Tony, what is your favorite episode? Or now, if you don't have one, I'm not going to give you a hard time. If you just like the entire series, that's fine too. So whatever.
I can't think of one right off the top of my head. You know what I mean? I kind of just went. You got to go with the flow with them all.
Okay.
I wasn't the biggest fan of the. For some reason, a lot of action. Wasn't the biggest fan of the breakout one, unless a lot of those guys were going to be in the next one, and then it turns out they got blown up, and they might not be.
Right.
So,
that was cool, but yeah.
There was a lot of characters that you didn't have to get to know too much about, but then you blew them all up. It was kind of a Rogue One theory where it's like, I couldn't get too attached to them once it's like, you're dead. You're all going to be dead. Or how long are you going to last in the series?
Yeah.
So that would have been that one for me.
Yeah. So
and when it comes to collecting things, I miss Toys R Us. Toys R Us.
There you go.
Man, they just have Target and Walmart. It's a little rougher.
Yeah. For me, I'm kind of like Tony on this act. I don't have a one I disliked. I liked all of them. I think pretty much the same, but there was one, and it's kind of oddly, and it's all because of a reference and this music, and it just made me think of this one part. I think I told you this before. Maybe I have, maybe I didn't. But you said it was the one for you was the one in the desert scene where Mando was on the speeder and they were doing the whole desert scene and that whole thing. For some reason, just felt that episode more, and that's because I enjoyed this was like one of the only parts I enjoyed of episode 2 of Attack of the Clones of the movie was when Anakin was on the bike and he was going to save his mother, and that music and that moment renaissance with me big time because I would do anything to save my mom from whatever tragedy she was in. And so to when they played the music and Mando as the solo rider and him, or whatever, and that to me was like the super cool part of that. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, we're gonna play the trailer one more time as an outro. We're gonna talk over it, so we can talk whatever we want. We can say whatever we want. We can say what we like, dislike. We'll say goodbye to Andy, say goodbye to Tony, and then we'll be gone. So let's go ahead and pull it up, everybody. Make sure you guys put on your what do you call it? Your mics on when I do this because it'll turn off on its own. That way you can talk over it. All right, here we go. Hey, Tony, turn off your mic, man. Turn on your mic, Mike. Tony, turn on your mic. There you go. There you go. I thought that was Alderaan, but I'm like, dude, that planet blew up already. Something is happening with that ship, though.
Oh yeah, the Mando ship was.
It's jacked up. Yeah, it looks jacked up. Yeah.
Show me the one safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite
She's still
it with
alive.
its own kind.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Where?
This you must
I
determine.
love those things.
Those are cool, man.
The songs of eons
Bandits.
past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
There she is, Sasha
Expect me to search the
Banks.
galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers.
This is the way.
Yeah. That's so cool. The X-Wing right there. That's so dope.
You know this is no
I love that
place for a
sound.
child.
Jetpack.
Wherever I go, he goes.
So I've heard.
Later.
I love this part. Bye. Oh, that's perfect.
Practically here, Captain.
This is the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the multi missile. So the little guy knows, like, little missiles are going to be shooting around later.
Like stinging hummingbirds or something like
that. Now,
Yeah.
Andy, I know you got to go, but 2 questions before you leave. One, what was that guy with the eye?
I forget the name of that species off the top.
Okay. No worries. No worries.
I have to look through my Star Wars cards.
Of course, no, that's cool, so I'm really excited for this upcoming season. I know you guys are all too, and can't wait. We could talk about it weekly on the show. It'll be fun. What we like and what we dislike, who pops up, who doesn't pop up, and it's great. Tony, sorry, Andy. If there's any new videos you put up, can let everybody know what your channel's at and all that good stuff?
I haven't put up anything. Well, I don't know if I announced it last. I put up a podcast recently where I talk about the pros and cons of 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
And why I'm running it right now. Just a little ramblings of me musing on it. Right. That's all it is.
Yep. And check him out at Goblin HQ Inc. That way you guys can get all of his notifications. To hit that bell so you can get all of his notifications and watch all that game goodness. It's not the gaming with your fingers. It's old school gaming where you got to use your mind and your handwork. Tabletop, old school, baby, old school. I love it.
We exercise our brains, not our thumbs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's all about thumb power. It's not just thumb power.
Sir. Yes, sir. Tony, let him know what's going on with you, brother. Anything you want?
I just we just had a visit from the Tooth Fairy. That's what's going on in my life. So I got to. So and the Tooth Fairy only had 20s. So we're going to the store after this. Going to the store. He's ready to go shopping. So I'm wrapping this up and then rocking with the young one. You know.
Yes. And I'll be getting.
It was one of the front ones. It was one of the front ones too. It was. He's got a gat now. It's awesome. I love it.
Man, there you go.
So teach him about a sucker.
He's gonna get big boys.
There you go. Well, Tony, I know I'm gonna see you.
Straw.
Yeah, Tony, I know I'm gonna see you next in 2 weeks. So I'll shoot you a text. I want to let you know what day I was already coming up. Let you know you come hang out with us.
I saw paranormal karaoke last time. It was very interesting for a Friday show. Paranormal karaoke.
It was good time. It was a good time.
I was just in the chat, just hanging out, watching. Like, woo, okay. This is wild.
This is wild, man. Well, it was good seeing you. It was good seeing you, Andy. I love you both very much. We'll see you soon. Yep. God bless you guys. We'll see you later. Make sure you guys comment on the show when it's done. We love to hear. I like to hear from you guys. It's always good. And we'll see you guys later. All right. All right. Bye-bye. T.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai never dies. No mercy. There you go, my man. All right, guys. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. We enjoyed it. I think my man Andy did already answer the question. Jason's question was, what role will Baby Yoda play in the story of the future rebellion? And Andy did reply back and say probably the same role as the other Yoda, or if they want to flip the script, make a dark Jedi or anti-hero. Ooh, Andy, I like it. But not my Baby Yoda. As long as they give him a redeeming series or a redeeming episode to come back to the light, then I'll be fine, man. I will be fine for that because, Anakin was that way. He was good. Then he became real dark and then he became good again. You know what I'm saying? It's how life goes. We're always trying to be good, but then we struggle with the inside and we fight in the dark. And sometimes we become dark and then we become back to the light again. Yeah. So with that being said, it's going to be good times, guys. It's going to be good times. Don't forget about all the new shows that are coming out, which I got to do tonight or today as well. So you guys are going to get a treat today. We're doing 2 lives today. So number 1, we got the obviously Fireline live on Wednesdays, where again, when we talk about movies, movie trailers, music, life, wrestling, again, life topics, we have a great time. My man Paranormal Underworld comes back. Yes, it's good to see you, brother. I'm putting you up there so I can see you. My man right there. Hello, sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Appreciate you, man, even coming last minute, hanging out with us here. And like I said, Fireline Live every Wednesday at 1 PST time, where you get to see me and again Andy and again Tony, and we talk about, again, like I just said, movies, movie trailers, music, wrestling, life talk, anything that's happening. We want to just hang out and chit chat and have a great time, seeing each other, whether it be making each other upset in a nice way. We don't want to get overly too crazy or we're hurting each other's feelings, of course. And of course, just having a great time and having fun and just laughing and just, not taking things so literally and hard. You know what I mean? We want to enjoy ourselves. And then, of course, Friday nights, we have our quarantine hangouts. Now, we don't know. You'll never know what you're going to get. You can get the quarantine hangouts, the celebrity edition. You can get quarantine hangouts, the family and friends edition. You can get quarantine hangouts, the haunted edition, which I believe we're doing this Friday with my man Paranormal Jax. I like how I just gave your nickname. I just merged it together like a dang Voltron or a Transformer. But Paranormal Underworld, aka Jax, he's gonna be a part of that with Through the Veil, aka Nicole will be a part of this home edition, family and friends edition. Quarantine hangouts, right? So gift for that. I am trying to restart my trailer reactions again. I know we got so much, and I'm trying to find a different way because my computer right now is just lagging with certain things. So I don't want it to be where I look like I don't want that to happen. And I know sometimes when I pull from that, it does that sometimes. And my boy Elijah is here. Mr. Elias, Eli Family 1983 is in the house. Man, thank you for being here towards the end of the show. Appreciate you guys so much. We have that show. We have another show called Behind the Action, where I'm going to try to interview all the top martial artists or stunt guys to come on the show. And that's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that show to get started. Also, the other show is we're doing one last show for It's Eating Time. We're going to cap it out at 40. And then we're going to start the brand new eating show called Drive Through Lovin', ladies and gentlemen. And that title was given after I gave him a choice between a couple, and my boy Paranormal Underworld, because he's a part of the Patreon, he was able to, of course, give us that title that I like I said, I gave him the title, gave him a few choices. He said that's the best one. So not today, but the next video, most likely be tomorrow, will be the first episode of Drive Through Lovin'. Ladies and gentlemen, just all these titles going through my head. Drive Through Lovin'. And that's where I get to go through the drive-thrus, check out the food. You guys get to comment. You guys get to let me know in the description box. Be like, hey, I want you to go to McDonald's, which that's where I got to go today because Eli said to go to McDonald's. So I'm going to go to McDonald's today. Give me some Mickey D's. And you get to let me know where we're going to go to eat. And I'll go travel and eat, let you know if it's good or not good. And so it's going to be good times. And that's going to be a live show. Because it's going to be straight from my car. So definitely be a part of that. It's probably going to be around the always like 1 or 2-ish, 2 o'clock-ish time in the afternoon around there. So just give me a heads up. Just look in the late afternoon, mid-afternoon, because you don't want early. That's like 11, 12. And mid is like 1, 2. And late afternoon is like 3 or 4. So I'm going to say mid-afternoon, that 1 to 3 area, kind of like what this show is here. Okay. And then, of course, yes, I said the Fireline ENT fam. If you guys can go ahead, I'm going to drop that link for you guys. If you guys want to be a Patreon, jump in there and be able to get that handled. Bam. And Kane Hodder he is a stunt man. Cool, man. I'm excited. If you know him, let me get him on the show. Let me get him on the show. Let me know. And then, of course, my website, firelinent.com. It's pretty easy. I'm just going to type this in. I don't know if it's going to be, let's see, www. FirelineENT.com, and we're just gonna go here. I don't know if that's gonna help, but there you go. There. I don't know if you need. I don't know if you need the HTTP part, but if not, that's my website there too, guys, and my IMDb. A lot of stuff, guys. IMDb. I'm almost ready to launch to the world all the goodness that I have done in my career of film. And I'm not really worried about music right this second. I know I could put the music stuff on there, but right now I'm doing all my film stuff. And right now we already put all the stuff that we've done for film and the upcoming stuff that we're working on. And right now we're just finishing up on the TV shows or reality shows, if you want to call it that, or online shows that we're doing. Those we're trying to get up there. And then once that's done, we will let everybody see it and enjoy their time looking at certain things. So super, super excited. Let me go ahead and get off all my Patrons again. Number 1, Patreon shout outs. Number 1, Helen Callie. Number 2, Paranormal Underworld, aka Jax. We got Through the Veil, aka Nicole. We got Michael Simcoe. Like I said, one of my martial arts students and his family. I train. It's awesome. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. And we got Team Ranger. Thank you so much. And of course, we have Eli Family 1983. Those are all my Patreons, guys. And I can't wait to get more. Right now, it's cool on the Patreon. There's some all these videos are coming out and pictures. If you are in tier 1, you're already going to get all that goodness. If you're getting all the stuff behind the scene action, you won't get that tier from tier 1. You get it from tier 2. But tier 2, you can get that and, of course, so much more. And then, of course, as we get more and more things, we're going to add a tier 3 and 4. So right now, if you're in tier 2 or even tier 1 at the moment, I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me, be like executive producers and let me know for the one show, Drive Through Lovin', to let me know where to go eat at. So I'm excited to see you guys comment on that here. Make sure after the show's done today, do me a favor, guys. Make sure you go hit the comment section and let me know what you liked about the show. We talked about Mandalorian Season 2. We talked about Star Wars. We talked about life. We have a new podcast. Not me. My friend's got a new podcast. So go check out that new podcast by Tres. Oh, man, I'm going to mess up the name. Hold up, man. Where you at? Ventrentes Production. That is the name of the production company, and they have 523. How do you want to call it? I'm probably gonna mess up that name again. But anyways, those guys got a new podcast, and so that's they came on the show and talked about what they got going on. So comment, let us know what you like, guys. If you are here and you want to check out the last episode of It's Eating Time, come check me out. I'm probably going to leave probably in about a half hour to go get me something to eat. And you guys can come join me at McDonald's, at Mickey D's. And that was from my boy Eli, Family 1983, a.k.a. Elias. Patreon shout out to you again, my friend. And make sure you guys check out these guys' channels. Paranormal Underworld, go check them out. Eli, Family 1983, go check them out. Through the Veil, go check them out. Right? Check all these guys out. Okay, Helen Callie, check her out. Team Ranger, check her out. Check him out. Mike Simcoe does not have a channel, but he's just a good friend. So check those guys out there. Again, Helen Callie, thank you. Just going to throw these up here one time. Kaylin Scope, my online wife, thank you for being here. Andrew Block, thank you for being here for the show. We got Lenny Snyder that came in. 5 Deuce Street is the name right there. Very good. He said, I love you to you, bro. I saw that. We got Dave Ignowski was in the house, my best friend. Thank you, man, for being here. All the way down the line, Paranormal Underworld showed up here, came in last second. My boy, Elias, right here. So I'm very glad of everybody that showed up, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys very, very much. We'll see you guys, of course, next Wednesday, Fireline Live, PST, 1 p.m. Okay? And, of course, we'll see you this Friday at 9 p.m. PST time for Fireline ENT's Quarantine Hangouts with the Haunted Edition with my man Paranormal Underworld and Through the Veil. And of course, we'll see you guys for the last episode of It's Eating Time in just a few, maybe like an hour or so. We'll see you guys then. All right, everybody, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful spectacular day. God bless.
Boosh.